Hey, this is Lord Victorious, and I'm just discussing forgiveness. You know, many of us, we don't want to forgive other people for various reasons. But when you think, are you really better in the world with that? Are you better in your own life by holding on to it? Every experience that we have simply is a matter of providing us feedback. That's all it is. It's just feedback. And you guys may want to think about that sometimes, that it's just feedback. It's nothing more than feedback. What else would it be? What else would it be, really? You have this experience, and from each experience you learn. And if you really one of the intelligent people out there, which I know you are, then not only do you learn, you grow from that experience. And from that experience that you grow from, you become greater, and you can never be betrayed in the same way that you felt the need to have to forgive another person for. True. A rock eyebrow. I mean, you know, just being real. Like I know how to do anything different, but it's just a matter of understanding that we need to forgive ourselves. Because there would need to be no forgiveness if you was prepared. You see, if you prepared for betrayal, then you already have measures in place. You've already, out of that preparation, measures were developed and put in place for you not to be harmed or not to be hurt. You know, you had trust broken. You were betrayed. Your spouse slept with your friend or slept with somebody else. Generally, you only need to forgive somebody because you and that person had an agreement. Because it's not even right to expect somebody else to do anything that they didn't agree to do. Because then you're just setting yourself up. And when you hold this hatred or this grudge against this person in yourself, it's eating you up. If that person is out there having a great time somewhere else in the world, they ain't even thinking about you. They ain't thinking about you whatsoever. They've moved on. Their mind state is in a different place. What they're focusing on at that moment is totally different. And what you're focusing on is the hurt or the anger that you felt from this betrayal. And at the end of the day, where you get. Because every emotion that we feel it inside of our bodies. So it makes our bodies feel horrible, right? If you feel happy, your body responds to that, right? You feel happy where? In your body. Not in your hair follicles, not in your earlobe, in your whole body. That's where your emotions, your body is the stage for whatever you feel. And whatever you feel is going to be based on whatever you think. So forgiveness ultimately is going to be a fact of and it's just connected to generational poverty for the simple fact that if you don't forgive, you won't be in the proper mind state to be prosperous. Think about it. If you're thinking about what this person did to you, or how this person wronged you, or this person hurt you, or your family, what you're not thinking about is how you're going to become wealthy. How you gonna become wealthy? Isn't that horrible? To think that you've done this to yourself. You choose all your thoughts. Your thought is, like Luther said, the theater of the mind. Your mind is the theater, and you can project any image onto your mind screen that you want to. But instead of choosing to think of something that would cause you to feel good inside, you ruin your experience on earth. Now, if this was your last minutes on earth, you would have actually made the most horrible last moments on the planet just by choosing what you think. You see, stress, and we're going to do a video on stress soon, but stress is not just physical. It's not like, oh, you work out, and your muscles get sore and, you know, they're experiencing a state of stress. Stress, technically, is any negative emotion stresses your body. It stresses your body. And our feelings, they say that anger is just some chemicals mixing in the brain. Every emotion is, really. Because when these chemicals and hormones, they're ever going to destroy your cells. They'll shut down your immune system. They'll cause your thyroids to act differently. Yeah, this is a scientific fact. So technically, when you saying you want to forgive somebody else, or that you know how to forgive somebody else, learn to forgive yourself for what you're doing to your health with that. Because your thoughts destroy your body, or your thoughts can build your body too. What you've been thinking about is simply going to manifest in your body. Because your body, again, is the stage in which on which all of these activities and your life is a play, and all the thoughts that you think and all the people that you think about and the way that you see it arranged and the interactions between all of those people, it's all taking place within your mind. And your mind has to operate in order for you to be here to watch this in the body that you're in. So first thing first, it's about taking care of self. It's not even about forgiving somebody. Forgive yourself for not having the knowledge to know this, or similar knowledge. Forgive yourself for carrying that hatred around with you for the other person. You understand? Yeah, I know my lips are a little ashy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Bear with me, man. I couldn't find my chapstick. It's pretty cold out here. You get to licking your lips. I'm one step away from them cracking, Yeah. Better than being cracked upside the head, though, by a police baton, you feel me? But, just saying that forgive yourself. All you doing is carrying that around with you. What is that negativity doing? What is that negativity doing to you? Negative, again, come from the root word negate, which means to take away from. You subtracting from your own happiness by choosing to project the wrong images onto your mental screen. It's your mental screen. You in control of it. So what that person did that's already in the past. True. It happened last week. This person did this to me. Okay, the only place it still existing is where? In your mind, on your mental screen. The person next to you is not visualizing that on their mental screen. Those are not the images being projected onto their mental screen. It's the ones being projected onto yours. So the first thing you got to understand is that you're self-abusive. You're abusive. You don't recognize the powers of your mind. You don't recognize the powers of your mind for greatness and for success. What you are doing is you're following a typical blueprint that was laid out for us by people that don't want to see us succeed and don't want to see us in the highest level of functionality and don't want to see you inspired and don't want to see you doing great. People won't prosper off you. The truth speaker was always killed by who? The people who didn't want the truth speaker's words heard by the people who they were manipulating. See, the people on top is the only people that wanted Jesus dead. You understand? Or any other powerful truth speaker in the course of history. These are the people that didn't want his message spread because they was profiting off of the ignorance of the other people. Now, you might not think of yourself as being ignorant, but it comes from ignore the fact. Ignorant, the root word being ignore. You ignoring things that are facts. Every time that you think about these thoughts that this person done wronged me, your face scrunches up and gets negative, which going to put edge lines in your face. Your heart rate goes into a certain state. I'm right. You know I'm right. You're doing something to yourself. This event been over a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. The only place it exists is within you. You need to forgive yourself for abusing yourself by projecting these wrong images onto your mental screen. Yeah, you are self-abusive. You hurt yourself way worse than that other person. You definitely should forgive that other person because you hurt yourself worse than the other person hurt you. Come on, man. They ain't the one that kept it around with you for a year, for a month, for a week. When the event happened, just let it go. Let it go. It's gone. Let it go. But you keep it going. You keep it going. You are the one. You are the one. Excuse me. You are the one that needs to forgive yourself. You the one that needs to be forgiven, not that other person. People do what they do out of ignorance. You know why people do what they do? Because if they could do anything better, they would have done something better. Now you say, okay, well, everybody has infinite potential. True, everybody does have infinite potential, but guess what? Their potential ain't developed. Like a baby got the potential to one day bench press 500 pounds, but at the present moment, they don't have that as kinetic energy. It's just potential energy. And so if somebody harmed you, they was potentially able in life, to do something greater. But at that kinetic moment, at that present moment, they hadn't reached the level where they were strong enough to do anything but betray you. They didn't have the knowledge at that moment. But everybody grows second for second, and they learn something. And as soon as they betrayed you, they may have came across a situation where they were betrayed, which opened their eyes for them to be able to see exactly the pain that they caused. You see, right? See, people always speak about doing righteousness, but right? The way you do right? The first word in righteous is right. And how you know if something is right? The way you know if something is right is simple. Treat others how you want to be treated. That's how you know if you're doing something right. You know it's wrong because if you did that to somebody else, you don't want to do it. You don't want it done to you, rather. So if you don't want it done to somebody else, you want somebody else to hold that grudge against you for that long? Let it go. See, because once a lot of times when negativity comes to us, we become negative and we think that we doing something righteous by holding a grudge against this other person. You harming yourself and you doing the same thing that they did, just in a different state, because it's still negative. Because show me the positive in it. If you can't show me the positive in it, it's negative. Your heart either contracting or expanding. That's it. Balance is the most difficult to reach. So right now, we just gonna deal on the planes of duality. Right now, when I'm speaking of positive or negative, positive being plus, like on a battery terminal, and negative being minus, like on a battery terminal. What are you fueling? What are you fueling? This is what I ask you to do. Find the positivity in what you're doing, and if it ain't no positivity in it, then you're not going upward, then you hurt yourself. You ain't hurt nobody but yourself. And anybody that depends on you, a woman, a child, a man, your parents who might be in need of your care. Yeah, it's just a fact. It's just a fact. You got to get your mind right. That's the first thing you got to do, is get your mind right, to realize that, you know, everybody is at a different stage on the evolutionary scale. Every single one of us is at a different stage on the evolutionary scale. And we gonna function at the level that we are. If I don't know how to build leather couches, then you're gonna get mad at me because all I could do is not do that? I tell y'all all the time, man, stop expecting, you should have known, he should have known, you should have known. And that person probably did not really have the comprehension that you thought they had. And you didn't have the comprehension you thought you had for not realizing it. It's all about self-responsibility. Get out of the way of your own financial progress. Let these negative thoughts go, because when you're in a negative state, you can't be in a positive or productive or producer state. You're not in a addition state. And if you're not in an addition state, you're not going to produce. And we're going to remain poor, not just because we don't have knowledge of economics or financial matters. We're going to remain poor because we don't have knowledge of ourselves and our emotions. Because emotion, drive, ambition, desire for wealth, for greatness, for prosperity, for abundance, that's an emotion, desire. And if your emotions are not tuned to desire, then they're going to be tuned to something different. And that something different is probably going to be draining you. So, you know, I want you to give some thought to that. You know, and on that note, this Lord Victorious here, ending generational poverty. I'm going to say peace. And, you know, if you like the content, again, subscribe. You know, like the videos. And, you know, let me know what you think in the comment section, because I'm definitely interested. Any videos that you want to see me, things you want to see me discuss, come on with it.